to me. Give it to me. Hey.
So we go live and then we reveal that we're here.
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. Ta-da! Look who it is.
It's us. If you
There it
didn't
is.
guess.
It's us, you guys. It's us.
Surprise. It's us.
All right. I gotta grab this from my notes, my reminder app where I just like...
And Mike F, I need to know. Mike F was like, is there only one aspect ratio? Because I only see one YouTube link today.
Is it working?
Yeah, I'm keeping me in suspense. Is YouTube streaming? There it is. Yes, Icor, it is there. Hey, Mike F got the right one.
Holy cow.
Hey.
Woo! Oh, okay.
OMG.
go.
I have to
I got it.
redo all my my sound effects. They're all in the wrong place these days because things moved around. Need to reorg. We're announcing a reorg of the sound effects. You may or may not be impacted as a
Oh my
sound
God.
effect.
The amount of triggered that I am by the word reorg.
Just the phrase. Yeah.
Just the phrase is like shocking. Like I didn't know that went so deep. Ooh boy.
Fuck.
Oh,
Sound effects.
good.
Meow. Makes you want to say,
Hey, this is Remy.
that just makes everything better.
That's such a thing, and that being voices like Remy reading smut on the internet and people passing around. But I don't have a name for it exactly. It's
Yeah.
just all part of this like thing that is just like
I think
women
voices
reading
like
smut.
Remy reading smut on the internet is perfectly acceptable.
Voices like Remy. I'm putting that in the bullpen right now on the internet.
Hey, this is Remy.
Remy, could you just call us back and say "good girl"? No, don't do it. Don't do
No,
it.
no.
We could be responsible for several deaths. We don't want that.
No, we don't need that on our conscience.
We do not
conscience.
need that.
Our conscience.
Boy, I'm just gonna drop this real quick for the pre-show, which has to be real quick, and it's my fault because I got a bunch of places I have to leave the house. But it really, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was such a thing. For the first time in years, I didn't turn it on. I turned on football. And it turns out I must have missed the best one
Everybody
in,
else
like,
turned it on,
20
yeah.
years. Everyone
Right.
else turned it on. There's a Macy's resurgence. Like people might, Threads is the bluntest instrument that ever blunted.
Yeah.
But for like 2 days, the whole into all of Threads was just about how great the parade was and how everyone's shopping at Macy's now. And
I don't know if
I
I'll
was
go
like,
that
my
far,
God.
but I got up, and first of all, you could watch it live on the West Coast on Peacock. Usually we just have to wait for NBC to get around to doing the re-air.
right.
And so that was interesting because my sister
already
was
a win.
watching it, and I was like, oh, I can actually turn it on. So I watched the end of it. And then when Eileen got up, she's like, oh, I want to watch it. And so we watched the re-air of it. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. The fact that, you could get it when you wanted it because it was on Peacock, not just on NBC. I don't know.
Could be.
I tried
Could be.
watching the multi-view thing, but I don't know if the float it was on had just finished the route and so they shut it off, but it was like one view of the people coming to the place where they do the performances, which was almost useless. I'm like, so once they're actually doing something interesting, I don't see them anymore. Okay, that's it.
Right.
That's weird. And then another view from a float that said this stream has ended.
Ouch.
So I don't know if it like malfunctioned or if someone was like, well, maybe the float just finished and they turned it off. I'm like, still, you could have done something better than just the stream has ended. And you only had 3 to choose from. So
Right.
yeah.
I did not go that deep into any of it, obviously, because I missed the whole thing except for the reaction to it, which was nearly uniformly positive on what I guess could only be called the liberal Threads blunt instrument algorithm. Liberals loved the Macy's, but I watched the performance of Golden on YouTube, and I was like, "My God, I think they really did restore the Golden Honeymoon with that performance." Like it just like felt, you could just feel it in the air, and everybody's using it. And the moms
No,
and
they
kids were
nailed
singing
it.
along. They nailed it.
It was so good.
It was wonderful. So anyway, that was like the thing of last week.
That's the
That-
thing
it-
of last week.
It was
yeah.
it hit the drop. You know how we have the drop from Wednesday
Oh,
to
yeah.
Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
There's like
It just fell right into the gap.
it just fell right into the gap.
It fell right into the Black Friday vortex and never returned.
Exactly, but now it's too late, so it's pre-show.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this though as a new thing where we
Yeah,
identify
yeah.
the
I think that's
the,
good.
the mind the gap thing that fell into
The
being-
gap. Mind the gap. We need to get a recording of that. We can make it a sounder. Okay. Shall we get rolling then?
Let's
with a
do it.
clap.
Let's do it.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. And music. In 3, 2.
Give it to me. Give it to
Hey
me.
everyone, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
Welcome to It's a Thing, the weekly podcast supported by you. That's all about things that are things.
Merry Thingmas, Molly.
Merry Thingmas. It's the most thingiest time of the year.
Oh man, isn't it though? Like December does feel like all the things come out to play one last time for the year, right?
Because you have rebound things. You've got
Yeah.
you've got Spotify Wrapped right now, and then of course,
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
like-
yeah. YouTube did their video wrapped this year instead of just music. It's got like all the here are the videos and channels you watched and stuff.
Oh really?
Apple's got their replay out. I've
Oh,
looked
they
at
do.
those.
I gotta
Yeah.
look at that. Because I have recently migrated to in my attempt to cut extraneous subscriptions of all types.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I pay for Apple One, which includes Apple
Which
Music.
Apple? Yeah, you just get Apple Music. So
And I also pay for Spotify,
Eh.
which is dumb.
yeah.
And so we'll see if it lasts because the Spotify interface is so much better.
Uh,
At least to me, just because I'm more used to it.
we pay for Apple One as well, and I use Apple Music. I have a free Spotify account, but I don't pay for it. But Eileen pays for Spotify because she's like, it's just better. It's just better at stuff. So
It's a lot better at playlists so far. But anyway, I was thinking to myself, like, now that Spotify has fully turned Wrapped into an Oscars level production, that Apple needs to have something.
yeah,
They got to have something. This year, the big thing with Spotify Wrapped is that it shows you your listening age based on the music that you listen to.
oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah. And so so my family has been sharing that all day. It turns out my sister-in-law is like 70, which is hilarious. She listens to a lot of show tunes. She's like a big musical theater Broadway
Yeah.
person. My brother is 51, which is older than his actual age. And I think probably partly thanks to this show and my son and just my eclectic self, I guess. I don't know. 26, baby.
26.
26.
Look at you.
You know, I was like, hot damn.
I don't think Apple Music has anything fun like that, but but let me look real quick. My music story highlight reel. You can flip through it really fast. Okay, it does. You stayed loyal to this artist. Here's your May through September, your soundtrack, your albums, your genres. Share your highlights with others. Okay, that's it.
Oh, ring. God, Apple, you're the worst. Ugh. I will say that at the risk of derailing us, even though I'm the one with the timeline, I did see that their head of AI left at just the right time. I think we can all agree. And I hate to say that.
John Andrea has left Apple after not getting the Apple Car done and not getting the new series shipped.
Like, he's a person, but you do start to think maybe he's a person who's not good at work.
He was really good at Netscape in the 90s. I'm just saying. Like, he did great work on the browser there.
Yeah, and then
That's
retired.
my Olive Garden review. Also, I mean, I mentioned this on DTNS. He's been in the business for a long time, and he's done things that are useful and he can be proud of. So just because this most recent stint may not be his shiniest moment, there's plenty of things farther back in the career.
Yeah. As someone who's entering the leaning on the golden years era of my career,
Yep.
I don't think that's true. Look, Madeline L'Engle wrote A Wrinkle in Time when she was like in her 50s. I'm not saying I'm done,
Yeah.
but I can respect your greatest hits album.
You're not ready to Tom Brokaw it and just start doing history exclusively, but
Right. But
Yeah.
I get it.
hey, speaking of nothing that is related to this, we have a shop at itsething.me/shop.
Speaking of keeping the show moving. Yep. We got a
And
shop.
Rich Stroffolino had to specially approve new stitching for the 6-7 merch. Fourth Wall, props to Fourth Wall. They didn't just like reject it and go, sorry, that doesn't work on this hat. They're like, hey, the 6-7 stitching that you submitted wasn't going to work the way you submitted it. So we redesigned it. Is this okay? And Rich was like, yeah, looks good to me.
I know, pretty amazing. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Great customer service. And then as a result, you actually get the cool 6-7 hat, which had its 1 year anniversary yesterday
Yeah.
as we are taping this. So
May it have
6-7
66 more. So, my dog's named Seven.
Yes.
Jody, the security guard over here by the daycare center, and I were talking when I was walking Seven. And at one point he's like, so you going to get another dog and name it Six?
I mean, I think you're going to start
And
getting
I'm
a
like,
lot of that.
we'll do that exactly at the time that is not funny anymore. And everybody's like, oh yeah, that joke's way over.
Which will either definitely happen, or as I have predicted, it will continue to be an underground cult until it becomes its own
Yeah.
political movement.
If I
Yep.
never get a dog and name it Six, it will remain forever as an underground.
So when we're ready for you to kill it,
Yeah.
we'll make the call.
Speaking of numbers, my first thing is 996 culture. Have you heard about 996? Because I suspect you
Please
might
bring this
have.
to the show. I can't believe this is one of those things I saw go by, and yes, lay it on us. Let's do this. This is gonna be fun.
996 is very prevalent in China, but it's making its way around the world. It's the idea that workers should work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. So that would be 12 hours a day, 72 hours a week. It is mostly illegal in China to do that, but it's become the culture of like, well, we can't make you, but you better do it. And some companies have even flat out said, like, we're a 996 culture, get used to it. We're in startup mode, let's go. And yes, I've heard that Silicon Valley has started to bandy the 996 culture phrase around.
So that's yes, and that is where I most recently heard it is in some kind of, I don't know, posts or piece or whatever that referenced China having this, and then seeing a bunch of Silicon Valley guys be like, "This is why they're winning. We have to do this exact same thing in the grind set and the hustle culture and the da 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 and the return to work and the blah blah blah." Just because given the opportunity to be as awful as possible, evidently the outward-facing scions of Silicon Valley. I don't want to say science. I know that saying Silicon Valley across the board is too broad a brush.
Sure.
So I will just say,
you're pretty much in Silicon Valley-ish.
ish.
Yeah.
I'm adjacent.
Right.
So I will only say the outward-facing scions of Silicon Valley can be counted on to latch on to the worst imaginable stuff that makes people deeply unhappy, so that it makes them more money.
Yeah. I mean, does it though?
Well, they think.
This puts me in mind of an editor-in-chief of CNET. He didn't have the words 996 culture at the ready at the time, but it was pretty much a why are you leaving so early? Kind of trying to get us back to that idea of like, you don't leave till the boss leaves kind of situation, which is still prevalent in lots of parts of the world. And saying like, you should be happy to have a job. If you don't like it, go work somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of adjacent to the 996 culture, I think, as well.
Oh,
Which is like, you should be happy to be in this amazing thing that we are all doing together and work 996 together to achieve our goal of 1% profit increase for the third quarter.
I mean, and that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just so interesting to me because it's all it's all part of such a large culture clash, right? Like you have this kind of, frankly, like elites and ruling class sort of trying to want to be like 996 is everything, and PS the only thing that airlines are going to do is double down on first class, and like you really have this. To me, this is like all part of this in broader income inequality conversation that's so destabilizing right now globally, and always has been historically. When income inequality gets to a certain extreme, you have destabilization, full stop, like always. And we're in that exact moment, and there's this attempt by this kind of elite class, I think, to like clamp down on workers being like, hey, maybe actually we want unions back, and hey, we want to work from home, and we want balance and things like that. And then it's just like, no. 996 is awesome.
I don't want to disagree, but China doesn't have elites. It's a communist country.
Right. You're right.
Everyone's-
Zero elites. It's so
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no elite class, and there's no
Such a
need for
great point.
unions because it's a workers' paradise.
Such a great point. They're just
So-
really happy to participate in the
Yeah,
system.
996
Yeah.
culture is illegal and doesn't happen. Okay, let's just make that clear.
Well played, sir. Well played.
My take on this is not in opposition to what you're saying at all. In fact, I think it works right along with it pretty well. The United States was often seen as like, oh, those are the people that they're the frontier up and comers, and they work harder than the Europeans, right? They work longer hours. They don't get as many vacations, but look at their economy. And I wonder if, the U.S. ain't getting any younger. If China is taking on that mental with this of like, we're the hardworking, newer way of doing things. We have the factory base. We have the momentum. We have to work harder. We have to Avis this to the United States Hertz if we want to win in the global economy, which is why you're seeing this be a problem in China, but be thrown around as a solution in the US, kind of the way Europeans would sometimes be like, well, we shouldn't have so much vacation. And of course, all the rest of the Europeans are like, you shut up. We're keeping our vacation.
You go straight to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really, really interesting because I think there is this sense of the shifting of power. And I mean, I would argue it's probably China's focus on, I would argue that command capitalism is way more efficient than what we have, right? Like it's if you can just direct your pseudo capitalist system to do whatever you want because you have command at the government level, your stuff is going to be more efficient.
I mean, if you're good at it.
Also, right. If you pick the right things and you're good at executing, or executing people. Am I right? Okay.
All right. That went dark. But
Anyway,
true.
I would argue it was the focus on education, probably more than anything, that
Mm-hmm.
put China in the lead. And then, but of course, there will always be like a ruling class that's like, no, it's just it's just working people to death. That's
I mean,
how you
I
get
think
there.
it was the cheap wages and the starving people also
Yeah,
played a part into it.
that's a big part of it too.
As well. When you hear those Silicon Valley people banding around 996 as a potential solution, what are they wearing?
Oh, so they're wearing quarter zips. Yep.
Obviously.
Actually, they're probably wearing puffy vests
They're wearing puffy vests. You're right.
because I have an update to the quarter zip thing.
Yeah?
And it turns out we did get an email about this, about the quarter zip makeover.
Oh,
being a thing.
nice.
And so I want to bring it back because I think this is so worthy of discussion and so interesting because the quarter zip makeover is a thing, but it is a very specific thing that is actually quite lovely and wonderful. It is a thing in which online, like at-risk young men are doing this makeover from kind of like at-risk behaviors like gang culture or drug culture or just going around in tracksuits all the time to like, now I wear a quarter zip and I drink matcha because I care about my success.
I love this.
I know.
This is
and
so funny.
It's absolutely darling. Like, it's also just so freaking cute to watch it. And it's super funny. Like, there's one where this guy basically just gets like disappeared, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And his friend shows up at his door and is like, twin, twin, twin. And he's like, oh, we're not twins. And he's got his like, it's like, the nerdification
Yeah.
but it's also kind of awesome. Like, it's being represented online as this kind of pride in self movement and like a
Interesting.
decision to want to achieve more. It's like, it's just a lot more socially nuanced than I knew it was when I saw that quarter zips, one, are a thing, but two, quarter zip makeovers are a thing. And so actually, I don't even want to ascribe it to those guys. Like, those guys are wearing puppy vests, but quarter zips are being reclaimed as like a wholesome sign of self-respect and ambition.
Yeah, I want to look like I'm making an effort to dress nicely, but I don't need to have a full suit on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Mojo
really
LA says he sees them everywhere and is starting to detect a backlash, which
The quarters
I would
look
say
bad. Yeah, it's a
anything
little
that
bit
gets
of
this that popular is going to have some backlash. It's just a matter of like, is it a lot of backlash or just that typical like, oh, it's popular, I don't like it. No.
Right. I'm seeing the backlash too a little, of course you are. But to us here, because we are just observers for the most part, except for our frequent interjection of opinion, that just means it's a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. And now I did not end up ordering my quarter zip that I was going to order last
Not
week,
too
and
late.
now you've got me wanting to do it
It's
again.
not too late.
I
You
might
gotta
have
do
to.
it.
I might have to get on that. My next thing is tiny vinyl records,
What?
just little 4-inch records that are just adorable, and you can
Remember those?
you can play them on your regular old turntable. And with more people acquiring turntables for their $30 Taylor Swift records, these are a fun little thing that are a lot cheaper. There's a whole Instagram account that keeps track of who's releasing them and where. Because there's like a K-pop Demon Hunters one, an Ariana Grande one, Pentatonix put them out. Like these are just like little collectibles. They're 33 1/3. So even though they're like small size, smaller than a 45, they have room for more songs even at that size. And they're just like super cute, just little tiny records.
Oh my God, that is absolutely adorable. And it's
Yeah.
such a nice, I don't know, it's like nice variety. If you have a person in your life who's really into vinyl and you're like, let's shake it up for you a little bit.
Yeah.
With
Now,
some teeny tiny ones.
one problem is if you have certain record players have automatic, moving of the tone arm, that can cause a problem because they don't know where the record is.
Right.
And some people say, depending on your record player, because they're so small, when they get towards the end, the sound might get a little distorted. There are small record players, but they're meant for 3-inch records apparently, which is an older thing.
Wow.
And so your 4-inch record kind of doesn't fit on it. And so, yeah, this Boing Boing post that I found was like, somebody really needs to make a 4-inch record player.
Yes, that's adorable. Also, it's just like better because honestly, I bought my son a record player several years ago and now it's just a huge paperweight and it's large.
Yeah,
Like, it
they're
does
not
take up a
small,
good amount of
right?
space,
They're
yeah.
pizza box size. So
It must be maybe like 4-inch records must be the ones that I remember from our actual youth. That is,
well, there were
that's lovely.
45s, but those were 5-inch. How big were
Yeah.
45s?
I don't know.
And then there were those kid ones. Is that the ones you're remembering? The little,
Who knows?
The
You know,
3-inch
I just
ones?
have a vague like that exists.
yeah.
feeling.
I think it must have been the 3-inch ones. Oh, 45s are 7 inches. Duh. I remember. I should have known that. 7-inch and 12-inch. It's the whole. I worked
Get
in
it
radio.
together, Tom.
Yeah, seriously. You say you
Anyway,
worked in
that's-
radio, Tom? I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, that is adorable, and I love it as a thing.
Tiny
That
vinyl
is-
records.
That's a very charming vinyl related thing, and not all of them are.
Because after you've worked your 996 week, you only have time for a small amount of
You only
music.
have time for a small amount of music before you have to go to sleep because you are burning out from the inside. Just remember, friends, work doesn't love you back. Okay.
Our work
this is
does, but we're
my
the
final
exception.
thing. Exactly. We are that is exactly why Tom and I are doing what we are doing, which is working constantly, but for ourselves. So my last thing is a thing that I just kept seeing on the internet, and then I finally had to look up because I was like, this will help people when I finally DuckDuckGo this thing that I keep seeing, this word that I keep seeing in the comments over and over and over. And so I was like, I know it's enough of a thing that I need to bring it up. And that thing is Yaoi, Yaoi. And I left myself a note that was like, I just spelled it because I was like, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, Yaoi. And then I just said, just use Wikipedia. So Yaoi is part of a manga genre that is basically described as boys' love. It's like from
Yeah.
LGBTQ manga. So apparently there's Yaoi and Yuri. And I guess that one is girls' love. But basically I see them on the internet all the time. It's like enough. It's sort of like, all I can say is that is the thing. Apparently a lot of people who are into manga know this phrase and use it in comments occasionally. And I wouldn't even say they use it derogatorily. It's sort of just like, oh, it's a yaoi world after all kind of thing is like the type of comment that I've seen it in. And then I finally was like, I don't know what that means, and I need to look it up.
And you needed to figure it out, and then
I
hence
needed
you
to figure
discover
it
a
out.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
And it's like kind of a subgenre of boys love too. Like it seems to have.
Okay, that's what I was curious about because I know boy love and BL from
Right.
Chinese dramas, particularly. If you haven't watched The Untamed, it is fabulous. It's a 2019 Chinese television series that is in the boy love genre and often held up as one of the best examples of the video version of this. So the anime thing being yaoi, I'm like, oh, that's probably the root, because usually anime is the root of a bunch of other things that play off of it.
Yeah, I mean,
But watch
the
The
Wikipedia.
Untamed. It's really good.
The Wikipedia is kind of, yeah, I mean, I want to watch that. That seems like a better takeaway than all of this mess. The Wikipedia is a little complicated because it does make it seem like BL is the parent genre, and then yaoi emerged as a name for the genre in the late 70s and 80s in the context of
okay.
self-published works. And it was like a portmanteau that was basically meant to refer to like amateur fan works that focus on sex to the exclusion of plot and character development. But now it has evolved to the point where it seems to just mean boy love. Like that seems to be how people are using it, or just men having sex. Like maybe that's the thing when they say like it's a yaoi world and we're just
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, because
it's
The Untamed, just for people who are like, I don't want to over or under promise with it is not very racy because it was on Chinese broadcast television. It's all,
Right.
but it's clearly these two main characters who are men have a love for each other.
yeah.
And the boy love genre kind of, they stopped making a lot of them. It's one of those, the government came in and said, that's too much boy love. That's too much time travel. And that's too many period pieces. Please stop making those. And they disappeared for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do something else. Huh. I mean, I have to say, like, this Wikipedia entry will be in our show notes, and it is some fascinating reading.
Yeah. Interesting. Good.
Yeah.
Good thing.
I'm
Good
just
thing.
saying, you're gonna see it in a comment one day, and you're gonna be like, "Thank goodness for it's a thing."
No, yeah, I had no idea about yaoi, even though I
Never.
knew about the BL stuff. I didn't know it was related to it, or I didn't know what it was. So this is cool.
Sweet.
Always good to expand the vocabulary.
Love our show. Love it.
What's our thing of the week then?
Oh my goodness.
Quarter zip makeover or
think it-
996?
Exactly where I am. I'm just between
Yeah.
those two things.
Feel like the contenders. If you
I-
want to,
I feel like
cheer
we
in the
should
comments for it.
Go. I feel like maybe we should go 996 because we already do quarter zip as a thing of the week.
We did, yeah.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it. Let's 996 it.
And I,
But like not really.
The thing that I didn't mention, the thing that pushed me into marking it down was the Economist podcast talking about the Chinese economy and how 996, was so popular there, but was starting to be seen as unproductive and possibly burning out companies and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it is actually bad.
yeah, it's not good for your bottom line
I
to
tell
burn
people
out
all the
your
time.
employees.
All the time. And everyone thinks that I've said this to people who work for me. I've said it in general. Like, if you listen to an interview with LeBron James, I'm just going off on my little tangent rant here. If you listen to an interview with LeBron James, he talks a lot about naps.
Yes.
If you ever watch the routine of a high level athlete or a racehorse, it's massages, rest, healthy food,
Yeah.
hydration,
Yeah.
like people in the military, high level like operators understand that you sleep when you can sleep. Like it is important for your body. You cannot function properly unless you are in fact taken care of.
I mean, you can argue whether LeBron James is better or not than Michael Jordan, but the fact is you're having that conversation. So it's pretty successful. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
And literally when he was talking in a recent interview about what works for him, he was just like, and then I get this massage and then naps are big. I take naps.
Yeah.
Like he brought up naps like 3 times.
And listen, I know at least one of you is like, well, not everybody has the luxury that LeBron James has at his income level. And it's like, yes, that's what we're saying is everyone should have that. That is important. If you want good, healthy, productive people, that's what we
Yeah.
should be shooting for. We're not saying we do have it. We're
At a
saying,
minimum, we're saying reject this 996 BS. It's bad.
yeah, 996 is a joke in my town.
For you. Yeah.
Should be. Yes, and thank you, Icor, for making the 996-7 joke that we were all.
Oh, incredible. Incredible.
All right,
I
let's
might
get
have
to
missed it.
your things. Feedback at it'sathing.me. Matt from Leeds, live from Leeds, has a thing check. Hi, Tamale. Could I get a thing check on the word glazing?
Oh,
It
yes.
means showing someone or showering someone with excessive praise. Looking at search results, it looked to have peaked in terms of articles explaining it in the middle of 2025, but maybe it's now getting day-to-day usage since I hear my Gen Z kids saying it regularly. Keep up the astounding work on your super awesome show. You guys are the absolute best at everything you do. See what I did there? He
Ew.
glazed us.
He
He was
glazed
glazing
us.
us.
This is one of those where I'm just like so mad that I have seen this a trillion times, especially in sports. This is fully a sports culture reference. I'm just mad that I didn't bring it to the show. That's so great and so true.
No, you know what's great about you, Molly, is that you left space for Matt to bring it in, and that's so generous of you.
You know, and of course that's the observation you make because the thing you're so amazing at is cultivating community.
You know, the
No one
thing
does
that
it
makes
better.
us easy to cultivate community is amazing people like Amber, who has our
It's-
next email.
So true. Amber emailed to remind us that she sent a message back in March that Twilight was about to be huge again this year. To quote her email, there are special editions of the books coming out for the 20th anniversary. There's a new movie and Netflix series in the works, and romance books are such a massive thing. It's the perfect environment for a resurgence. You know what's amazing about Amber is that she just nailed that. She
Nailed
was
it.
right on top of that.
Indeed. Andrew from Colorado has more on quarter zips. Tomori, I've kept a stack of quarter zips next to my desk since I first got sent home from the pandemic. As a software engineering lead, they are really helpful for appropriate depending on the meeting. Geeky t-shirt for meetings with devs, quarter zip for meetings with the business or clients. They just pop it on when I need it.
Next to your desk is incredible. Oh, that is so efficient.
Just like
I love it.
hang it like, bzz, okay, ready for the meeting with the clients.
Phenomenal.
Nice.
Seth helped to make a birthday extra thingy. Hey guys, love the show. My teen turned 13 on Sunday, and we got him a 6 and 7 balloon and wished him happy 6-7 birthday because of course 6 + 7 = 13. He called us dorks, but he laughed.
But he laughed.
Yeah,
That's the
he
important
loved
part.
it. He loved it.
Indeed. So this Thursday and Friday is December 6th and December 7th.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So I don't know what that means.
Prepare
Anyway.
accordingly.
What we are prepared for, and what made me think about that, is our shout outs this week, where we thank our patrons at the highest level, were created because Rich fed Claude the 2025 slate of Hallmark Christmas movies and created new movies using our shout out patrons as characters. So you're getting a full movie for yourself.
In a full movie.
He said, I feel like Claude may have used knowledge of my day job to influence the first one. All right, we'll have to see.
All right, here we go. Saturday, December 6th, A Very Cyber Christmas. Starring Gabrielle Cohen, Brian John Fercaro, Morris Jones, Dom, S-Dub Texas, and AB Puppy. Logline. Cybersecurity analyst Gabrielle Cohen is assigned to debug the ancient systems at Pinewood Valley's family hardware store during the holidays. Store owner Brian John Fercaro is tech-resistant but charming, believing customer service beats algorithms. When a cyber attack from a mysterious hacker known as Dom threatens to wipe out their customer database before their biggest sale, Gabrielle teams up with Brian's nephew Morris, quirky IT consultant S-Dub Texas, and the store's beloved therapy dog, AB Puppy, to save the day.
Oh, Claude.
As they race against the clock to recover the data and unmask Dom, Gabrielle discovers that the best security system might just be an open heart.
Aw. It's the reason for the season. Sunday, December 14th. Bidding on Forever, starring Laura Abel, Jake Woods, Lee Price, Louis St. Amour, BioCow, and AJ Venturella. Logline. Estate sale coordinator Laura Abel is hired to organize the sale of historic Winters Manor before Christmas, but restoration architect Jake Woods, the late owner's grandson, wants to save it as a community arts center. With guidance from Jake's grandmother Lee and help from local auctioneer Louis St. Amour, they create a special showcase to attract the right buyer. Complications arise when rival developer AJ Venturella tries to acquire the property, and the manor's resident barn cat Bio Cow seems determined to sabotage every showing. As auction day approaches, Laura must choose between her orderly life and a future she never thought to bid on.
Wow. Oh my God. And finally, who will become a pet in in our next film?
We've had one in each.
Saturday, December 20th, Christmas at mile marker 47. Stars Kevin Sill, Valor Trucks, Benjamin Forrest, Eric Duncan, Mike Akins, and Laura Abel. Logline. Long-haul trucker Kevin Sill is stranded by a snowstorm at mile marker 47, a truck stop owned by former driver Valor Trucks. As Valor transforms the stop into an impromptu Christmas celebration, Kevin bonds with stranded travelers, wise mechanic Benjamin Forrest, rookie driver Eric Duncan, and dispatcher Mike Akins. When Kevin learns Valor will lose the truck stop to a corporate chain unless she raises funds by Christmas, Sorry, Valor. He rallies everyone for an epic holiday convoy fundraiser. With unexpected help from his estranged sister, Laura Abel, who tracks him down after years apart, Kevin must finally stop running and discover what it means to come home for the holidays.
Oh, mile marker 47.
That one's a bit of a hot mess, we're being
AB
honest.
Puppy was a dog, and Valor Trucks owned a truck stop. Real creative.
And
there, Claude.
may have been misgendered, I believe.
And somebody was definitely, we had some gender flipping in the middle of that description.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, great. I mean, honestly, let's be real. That's exactly who's writing these movies. Although I do recommend Champagne Problems on Netflix. Really cute.
Do you? That is in
So
contention for Eileen's yearly I watch a stupid Christmas movie while Tom bakes cookies tradition.
I really enjoyed it. Like, it's darling.
All right. I'll pass that along. That's good to know.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for emailing us at feedback@it'sathing.me and then for supporting the show at any level at patreon.com/it'sathing. Shout out or no, we are so grateful to have you.
Celebrate the holidays right with our 6-7 merch at it'sathing.me/shop. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Damn, man, that was like radio level precision on the out.
I know. Mike Farrell, this show's going to give me diabetes.
I know, that made me laugh so hard. Like, yep.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
It was excessively sweet, I know.
Oh, so sweet.
All right, my friends, I'm so sorry, but I had to scoot to my next engagement.
But we shall return
We'll see you
next
next
week. Yeah, hopefully Rich will be here too.
Yeah. Stupid
so-
job. Stupid cybersecurity saving, helping
Whatever.
people, saving stuff.
Yeah.
and whatever.
Hallmark movie stuff that Rich is into.
God.
We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, gang.
Give it to me.